I washed my son's Supra in the rain today as my own tears washed over my cheeks. I was out of town when I got news that my son had had an accident in his car. I instantly started sobbing. I knew he was okay physically, but I knew that this was another crushing blow after another crushing blow after another and another. Last night he was in a car accident. He ended up stuck in a ditch. His car hit a tree. He's lucky in that he's still here, that he was okay to walk away from the crash. Bruised up a little, yes. This wasn't his first car. This was his car that was trying to restore a little bit of hope. This past year, my son had finally finished building his absolute dream car after 4 years of investing endless hours and time and money. He had built himself his dream Supra. It was incredible. My brother was into cars, and he was the one that sparked my youngest son's interest in cars too. One of the things we did to honor my brother after his passing was to have a memorial car drive in honor of him. My son was able to drive his absolutely show quality built Supra. In that, it broke my heart to see him driving down the road in a memorial to my brother, to his uncle who was so beloved and so impacted his life in so many ways. My brother never got to see the Supra finished, not in person. About a week after my brother's memorial, my son won an entire race event because not only was his car show quality, it was built well and to perform well. All I could think as my son went out to race the first time was, I wish my brother could be there to see this. He would be so proud. He'd also probably be egging them on to go race and do stupid things because, let's be honest, my brother was definitely one to push the limits a little bit with cars. Which is why my oldest was throwing down donuts in the parking lot after the memorial, because it was the perfect tribute. My son took his race winnings and he went and invested it in the one thing he wanted to, which was to get it tuned. The performance shop did their work. They did some of it very faulty. Some of it we caught in the shop. Some of it was not. A few days after the work was done, his car caught fire and burned to the ground. 4 years of blood, sweat, tears, money, 4 years of memories up in smoke. My son was barely able to get out of the car alive. The car was gone before the fire department could arrive, and it was only a few blocks away. This that you see right here, this is where he was sitting. Moments later, it was gone. 2 or 3 more seconds, and he would not have made it. In the back of his car, he had all of his favorite fishing gear because he is an avid outdoorsman. He had camping chairs so him and his friends could go out and go fishing. The hardest part after the fire was to look in and see a flyer from my brother's memorial had survived in the back. There was so much more to this car than it just being a car. This car was his dreams, his hopes, his ideas, his memories of being with his uncle and taking him for a drive in it. I thought he would swear off having Supras after this because something that traumatic, it's hard to go back to, and something that you have poured yourself into to lose, it's too much. After a little bit of time, he found another Supra he wanted to work on, to buy, to flip, to utilize for the time being until he could build another dream car. And this is the car he was in an accident in yesterday. I think one of the things that's most difficult in life is that we have this desire, this inherent need to protect others from pain. We don't want to see people experience pain, to endure trials. We want to protect. At least I want to protect. To not be able to protect my children from harm, from loss, from hurt. It's heart-wrenching. I wasn't able to protect my son yesterday before the accident. I wasn't able to do something to prevent the car fire from happening, to prevent my other son from his accident. I wasn't able to prevent my brother from experiencing all of the hurts he did in his life. I wasn't able to prevent his death. Life doesn't always work that way. I went out and washed my son's car today because it was something tangible I could do. Maybe it makes no sense to do something like that in the rain, but I wanted to wipe away the debris, a symbol of washing away the dirt that life has yet again thrown his way, in a hope that we can uncover what is good still. We can also brush the dirt off ourselves, that we can rise again, continue moving forward, honoring the memory of those that are no longer here, pushing forward with hope, and as our hope grows, that we can continue to help others to brush the dirt off themselves and move forward in hope too. As the rain fell, and my tears did too, I could see the dirt wash away and a little bit of the white of the car return. And with that, a little bit of hope. Let's keep looking for that hope.